really pretty good swath of snow, and that's going to continue once again to actually move into DeKalb and into southern portions of Gwinnett County, because you haven't seen snow yet. You're going to likely start seeing it over the next few minutes. This is really starting to pulse up in a pretty alarming way, and I think if we're not careful, there will be people who have been out and about for the better part of the day, or who haven't seen snow, or perhaps because they haven't seen snow, they think the coast is clear. And I want to say pump your brakes, hold your horses, because if this continues to be like this over the next 2 to 3 hours, we're likely going to end up getting closer to an inch of accumulation that we thought we were probably outside the window of.
So John, hold on one second. If we could, and I don't know if they can do this, pull up the camera that shows the Lenox Road, Georgia 400 corridor, the traffic camera in Buckhead.
Looks like Alex is on it right now. Create this all hands on deck situation.
Yeah, but the reason I asked, Jonathan, I'm going to come back to it, is, you know, you guys keep talking. There's the interchange right there. Like 10 minutes ago, it was really, really snowy. Doesn't look too bad right now, but as you say, these are fast-moving bands of snow that can suddenly start accumulating on the roadway there. Thankfully, it doesn't look like nearly anybody is out on the roads right now. But is there a story tomorrow where up in the further reaches of Gwinnett and some of those outlying counties where they have significant amounts of snow and precipitation on the ground and the temperatures take a dive? Is there a story out there tomorrow where people are going to have to be super duper careful out on the roadways because there's going to be a ton of frozen precip left behind?
It's going to actually be a factor of human interaction. So there are certain areas, and I think Tara Tabor really showed this well in one of her live hits, I believe it was, where there's slush that's being created as a result of people trudging through snow on the roadways. And those are going to be the icier areas where you've had friction or interaction with that snowfall that was actually on a surface. Those are the trickier spots because that turns to liquid sometimes because of the friction, and oftentimes it will refreeze, and that creates a better sheet of ice than just snow that is sitting there on the ground for, hours at a time. So it will be the areas that have already been trod. The areas that people thought were okay that end up, leading to some other issues. Now, this is North Fulton County, taking you up past Alpharetta. This would be getting closer to the the Fulton Forsyth County line, McFarland Parkway, State Route 400 there, moving northbound, and this is pretty significant there. And it looks like I think this may be a freeze frame here, but it looks like there's some vehicles there. I'm not sure if they're disabled though, but you can see here road conditions deteriorating quickly. So this is just to the north of the Fulton Forsyth line in Forsyth County at McFarland Parkway. Alex, what are you saying?
I was going to jump in, actually, Jonathan, if you don't mind. Yeah. What I appreciate about this platform is that we're able to answer people's questions in real time. Yeah. So I appreciate that you have been able to talk about some of our coworkers' commute, what we're going to go out there and experience shortly. But some people are asking specifically about Rome and Athens. So we've got a question coming from TJ Theo, 3584, who must not have been able to see some of what Miles Garrett was showing us in the past hour of the conditions there. So they specifically want to know if they can make it from Athens to Rome for an event. And I feel like Miles's live shot was really telling, but what are you able to show to address that specific question?
Athens to Rome, Athens, Georgia to Rome, Georgia. I wouldn't try it today. I'm just going to be blatantly honest with you. There are too many secondary roads between Athens and Rome. Rob DiRienzo has been trying to make his way into Athens and really got stuck there in Gwinnett County. What you're looking at here is another radar that you have to work with here. But if you were to get on 29 or 78 for that matter, 29 or 78, no matter how you want to get, those are your two options to get to 85 or to get into the Atlanta metro area. from Athens, from Clark County. Clark, Oconee counties, if you need to get out, you could possibly take 129 to take you up to Jefferson and 85 there, but it's really 29 or 78. That's the only way out. And you're going to run into issues in Barrow County. There's Winder there, maybe not in Winder proper. If you take a trip through Walton County, that's not going to work because once again, and keep in mind, while we do treat these roads like they're interstates, these are highways. And so they work to keep them clear, but they will also collect precipitation or accumulation much faster than other roads. Guys.
All right. A lot of people talking about the airport and getting in and out of Hartsfield-Jackson. Is this the kind of weather that inhibits air travel? Or, I mean, we know that planes can take off and land in the snow, certainly. Haven't heard of like significant delays, but a lot of people on our chat wondering about the airport.
Yeah, with the temperature continuing to go down, I don't think there will be so many issues in terms of the tarmac because Alex and I have been looking at that, and here's the live lookout right now. But what you're going to find with the temperature being at some 23 degrees right now in Atlanta is the de-icing factor. And de-icing is something that it happens faster. You guys know this. You've been in Boston and Chicago. They can de-ice a plane there quickly. Here in Atlanta, we don't de-ice planes so quickly. Yeah. So for your afternoon, late afternoon, and evening flights, I don't think they're going to be in exact peril because of the current weather situation in terms of the atmosphere. But with the temperature dropping and there being precip out there, they're going to have to likely start their de-icing efforts, and that just creates delays. That's as simply as I can possibly put it, that will be the attendant issue until there are issues on the tarmac. And it looks like, at this present moment that there is no accumulation sticking there. But you have to consider where you're flying to. If you're trying to fly into the Carolinas, it's a no-go for today.
Yeah. We've seen planes coming in and out, so it looks like things are running there. Okay, Jonathan, thanks. Our winter weather continues now. I want to bring you up to Gainesville.
Yeah, Tara Jabor has been showing us the conditions there. At last check, they were quite slushy. Is the snow still falling significantly where you are?
A lot less than what we were seeing about an hour ago. This is Jesse Jewell Parkway over here, and as you can see, the roads, they look pretty good right now. They are a lot clearer than what we showed you guys just an hour ago, but of course there still is that slush. Now they got about 3 inches of snow so far here in Gainesville. Hall County is asking people to stay off the roads. They really want people to not be on the roads if you don't have to be on the roads, because that just gives crews a lot more time to work. But obviously, as you can see behind me, there are still a lot of people out and about here in Gainesville. Now I have these two
precip that accumulated there. So Tara Jabor, we appreciate you being our eyes, and we will check back in with you soon. Thanks. We do want to focus our attention now on Gwinnett County, that has really just been the snow blanket of the afternoon. I'm curious to see if the snow is still falling
conditions have been pretty bad there. Let's get out to Annie Mapp, who is all bundled up. Scarf now, Annie, wrapped around you. Looks as bad now as it was when we last checked in with you.
Shaking her head and all.
It is. I'm freezing. It's way colder than when we spoke to you. I think about an hour or so ago. It's way colder. The snow is still falling sideways, and we have started